Hey everyone, welcome back to the Strawberryloli channel. This is your friendly neighborhood Slytherin, Ren. I asked you guys about a week back on my community tab if you would be interested in me doing a review of the brand AC Makeup Tokyo, which is available in Daiso, and I believe actually not just Daiso, but most 100 yen stores here in Japan. So this is a budget makeup brand available only in the 100 yen shop. AC Makeup Tokyo, and the AC stands for Art Collection. Its products are produced by the manufacturer Dobest. It's not do as in the English word do something. Why don't you do something? It's do, which is the word for degree in Japanese, so they're saying that this is the best degree of cosmetics. So that is their company name. Yeah, I don't know why I decided to translate that for you. Anyway, referring to my Java Cosmetics Guide, Volume 5, I think this is still the most recent one, even though I feel like this is already a couple of years old, so hopefully they'll be updating this soon. But yeah, so Dobest is one of the cosmetics manufacturers that have been cleared by Java standards of any type of animal testing or cruelty towards animals during any step of their manufacturing and ingredients sourcing process. Yeah, so I put up a post asking you guys if you wanted me to review this brand, and my one criterion was for my subscribers to get the post to 30 likes or more, which you guys actually came through and did. I have to be honest, I'm a little bit surprised because I purposely set the number a little bit higher than usual. Usually, even on my most popular or well-liked community posts, I only get about, I think the most was maybe like 22 as far as I can remember in the past year. So yeah, I set the number a little bit higher at 30 because I wanted to see like how many people were really paying attention, and what can I say, you guys came through with the likes and the encouragement. So here is your review. Before we dive in, I just want to mention that I was looking at this one Glam palette that I have on hand here. I don't even know why I have this because I thought I got rid of all of my Glam stuff in a previous declutter, but apparently not. This is definitely going straight in the trash after this filming. But yeah, as I was doing a little bit of research, I was a bit shocked to find out that Glam is produced or manufactured by the exact same company as AC Makeup Tokyo, which I did not know that. So that kind of eliminates my ability to shit on Glam, basically the way that I plan to. For not being non-cruelty free, but it turns out that it is because it's also under Dobest. Anyway, the point is, I don't like Glam. I feel like they're overpriced and overhyped, and the quality of pretty much every single product that I've tried from them has been trash. So this is it. This is the last mention that I will ever make of Glam on this channel. So from now on, if we are discussing anything 100 yen level makeup related, it is going to be about AC Makeup Tokyo and possibly a handful of other brands. You never know what else they're gonna come out with in the future, but as of now, this is definitely, as far as I'm concerned, the golden child of all of the 100 yen makeup brands out there. Okay, so let's get started with the eyeshadow palettes. I have 4 of their 8 color eye color palettes. They all come in a cardboard packaging like you see on the screen here. I will show you arm swatches of all 4 in just a bit. So today I demoed on my eyes 2 of the 4. The grayish brown cooler toned palette that I have on my right eye here is 01 Chocolat Brown. So this was the first AC Makeup Tokyo palette that I ever owned. And then this one on my left eye is number 4 Terracotta Bordeaux. I think this is a newer color variation. I also did my eyebrows with the AC Makeup Tokyo 3 color eyebrow palette in 01 Dark Brown. So this is like, you guys that have been watching my channel for a while, you know that I pretty much exclusively only use AC Makeup Tokyo's eyebrow powder for my brows for like at least the last year and a half, probably 2 years by this point. My old one is super disgusting, so get ready, here it is. So gross. As you can see, I'm like actually almost done with the entire pan here. This one is slightly different from the newer one that I picked up, just in terms of the layout. So this is the new one, and you can tell that it's new because it doesn't have the logo rubbed off like the old palette here. But this one has 3 colors in it except for 2. Color-wise though, it's pretty much like the same type of milky brown shade that I prefer. Yeah, so I think I'm just gonna chuck this one, to be honest with you, because this is just like really too disgusting at this point. I tried to wipe it down with makeup wipes and alcohol and stuff many times, but the fingerprints and the grime just does not disappear. You know, it was only 100 yen and it's lasted me well over a year now, so I think we can just say goodbye. And I will say that I did notice like a slightly smoother consistency with the new powder. I don't think the formula is any different. I think it's just the fact that this one is like 100 years old and this one is a new palette. I really just had the smoothest, most pain-free experience ever doing my brows for today's video, so highly recommend this. Actually, I don't even recommend, I insist that you pick up this one over any of the other ones available in the actual drugstore, because those are all like very overpriced. There's the classic one by Kate Tokyo called the Designing Eyebrow 3D. That one is like 1200 yen, okay? So over 1000 yen. I did try that one at some point, probably 10 years ago by now, but I remember not being impressed whatsoever by it. I think it was just, it lacked pigmentation. They could have changed the formula since then, like who knows, but honestly I don't even care to check, because why would I spend 1000 yen or even 700 yen on an eyebrow palette when I can get a perfectly good one for 100 yen, 110 if you count tax. Plus AC Makeup Tokyo is again cruelty free and Kate is not, so for all you people out there who are even more dedicated than I am, or I should be, to the cruelty free makeup brand thing, there is just no reason for you to look outside of AC Makeup Tokyo for your eyebrow powder needs. I know this is a really bold statement to make, but if you take anything away from this video, because we're gonna get into like my mixed feelings and reviews on the eyeshadows, but if there's one thing that I can vouch for from this brand, like with my whole chest, it would have to be their eyebrow powder. Alright, so let's get into the eyeshadow palettes. I really went into this with the intention of trying out each palette on at least one eye, like a singular eye, the way I have it on right now. I'll be honest with you, once I unwrapped 06 and 07, these two, which are the more pastel-y ones of the bunch here, I just had a feeling in my spirit, even before I swatched them, that they were just gonna be dismal. Abysmal.
That's stinking abysmal. First chance we get, let's slice him in half.
On the color payoff front, actually on all fronts, and I was right. And to my great dismay, you know, because I was rooting for this brand, I really was. But as I suspected, the quality difference between the brown, more smokier shades and the lighter pastel shades are like night and day. I can't say I'm really surprised, because pastel colors are harder to formulate in general. We all know this. Even the high-end brands can't get them right half the time, so how would I expect a 100 yen brand to do so, right? So I decided to skip out on even attempting to apply 06 or 07 onto my eyes, because I already know it's not going to work and I don't want to waste your time or mine. So 06, this one called Violet Pink, is definitely the worst offender. This one ranks last out of all 4 palettes that I have in front of me today, hands down. Like especially the green and seafoam shades down here and the light lilacs at the top, pretty much every single shade in this palette, right? Aside from the medium tannish pink in the corner here, does not show up remotely as the color presented in the pan. The pigmentation is just not there. As you can see, like the greens down here, it's basically just straight glitter on my arm. But like even to get the glitter to show up remotely, I had to press really hard with my fingers, or sometimes even scrape it up with my nail, because the formula is just that hard, impossible to pick up. I will say that the quality of the glitters in AC Makeup Tokyo's eyeshadow formula overall is quite nice, if you can actually manage to get a decent wash of it on your actual lids, because it's a very finely milled, dainty looking glitter, kind of reminiscent of higher end brands, like kind of, to be honest with you, RMK vibes. Did I really just compare a 100 yen brand to RMK? Yes, I did. Cry about it. No, but even the liquid eyeshadow, especially the liquid eyeshadow, which I will actually swatch for you right now on the back of my hand. Sorry, I can't do it on my eyelid today because I only have 2 eyes and I used up both already, so I do apologize. You guys, I don't have time. Like, my new job is kicking my ass. I have been going through it with these international Zoom calls and multiple deadlines in tandem in the air. Hashtag blessed though. Hashtag upgrade your problems. So this is not a complaint, but It's just like, I'm sorry if this review is kind of a rushed job, but listen, I'm doing the best that I can here, okay? So I hope that this is sufficient for you. This is 03 Sparkling Orange Gold. Look how gorgeous and blinding that is. Like the glitters are so multi-dimensional and gorgeous. There's like all different colored reflex in here, and they're not huge, chunky, or tacky looking pieces. They are just finely milled and beautiful. Back to the eyeshadow palettes. So 07 Fresh Berries, I'm gonna say is slightly above 06 if I had to rank, which I guess this is a ranking video now, solely for the fact that the colors are a little bit warmer, but it's still a barely pigmented chalky mess. I do like the color story presented in Fresh Berries though. Like, I like the idea of the lilac eggplant shades up here paired with a peachy coral. I think that color combo has the potential to actually be pretty cute. So I'm gonna keep a pin in that idea in particular in the back of my head. I would love to try a lilac peachy combo eyeshadow look, not with this palette though, with some of my better quality shadows sometime in the future. In second place would come Terracotta Bordeaux 04. I mean, you already know anything terracotta related I'm pretty much almost guaranteed to like. But yeah, the shades in this palette actually show up in swatches the same color as in the pan. It's a very nice, rich, reddish brown color palette overall. The only critique I have is that there's not enough contrast, I think, between the glittery topper type shades. I combined this and this color for the center of my lid. So like I used this light brown shimmer to try and make it pop out, and then I went over with this burgundy-ish shimmer to make the whole thing more cohesive and monochromatic looking, but it's just not giving as much 3D pop as I would have liked. Granted, I do have very flat eyelids to begin with, so we can't entirely blame it on the eyeshadow, but yeah, it's still, like, it's not shabby at all for the 100 yen price. I would recommend this to anyone that, like, if you don't normally go for these really deep reddish brown shades and you just wanted to jump on the terracotta trend for a while, this would be a great affordable way to try that out for almost no cost. Finally, the number one spot would have to go to the OG 01 Chocolat Brown. This one is pretty much just perfection. Every shade is very pigmented, very smooth and buttery. There's great contrast between the shades even when blended out. Like, they don't blend together too much or look too muddy. You can clearly see the difference between the shades even in the finished look here on my eye. Even though the palette overall is pretty cool toned, I think you get a great variety of pretty much every single type of classic shimmer shade that you could want. Like, literally the top row here, you get a silver, a gold, a brighter gold, and then a white. Like, what more do you need really in the realm of classic topper shades, right? And I noticed that this 01 has only 2 matte shades while the rest are shimmers or glitters, which is different from the other 3 palettes, which all have either 3 or 4 matte shades. I definitely think that plays a role into why this one is just better performing overall. Like, every shadow in this palette holds its own pretty much. Again, just like with pastels, matte shades are usually harder to formulate in general, so naturally they tend to perform even worse in the 100 yen makeup brands than the drugstore ones. So that is my overall thoughts on AC Makeup Tokyo as a brand. I only showed you a very small sampling of their offerings today, so of course I can't speak on like the cheek stuff or the lip stuff. They actually have a full range of makeup products, even down to tools like brushes. I don't think they have foundation or complexion products, which is a good call on their part, I think, because who in their right mind is applying 100 yen foundation on their face? Not I. But yeah, they have a wide variety of offerings and product lines. For the 8-pan eyeshadow palettes, there are 10 color variations in total for this line alone, and then separately from this they have other eyeshadow formats as well. I think there's quads and even 6-pans. Personally, I think the 8-pans are your best bet in terms of bang for your buck or bang for your yen, and also aesthetically speaking. Oh yeah, that's another thing. I think that the packaging for AC Makeup Tokyo is definitely the most aesthetically pleasing out of all the 100 yen brands out there. It's very sleek, minimalist, sturdy. All the clasps and hinges are very sturdy, as you can see. And I like the clear casing on these 8-pans quite a lot. It just, like, honestly, it looks better than some drugstore brands out there, so kudos to them for that. My battery is dying, so I'm gonna end that here. Thank you so much for watching as usual, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!